everyone, welcome to another FIA race highlights. Finally, unfortunately the TV camera didn't go all the way to the end because the replay didn't fully save, but she gets it for most of the time. So you can see we're in P2 there. This is our second race of the evening. We started off with zero practice, so obviously we did a race and then we did a practice race and then we're here now. An interesting grid of lots of different cars, which is why I love racing the manufacturer series, but this race has an unbelievable ending. It's a good race, to be fair. Now, as you can see, I'm on fuel map 6, so what does that suggest? Yes, that's right, it is a fuel race. And we are in the Subaru, which I'm not fully sure of how good it is on fuel, if I'm honest. But we'll find out later on how good it is on fuel as we get ready for the start here. So the Audi in P1 there. Audi probably one of the best cars at this circuit. I know when I drove for Audi, it was unbelievable at this circuit. So, you know, we've got a lot of work to do here, but the Subaru a handling car. So it should be good here. Now, the problem with being in a handling car is that it's actually quite slow. As you can see on the radar now with the Viper coming straight at me, and I really should have gone defensive there. I'm not sure why I didn't, because I'm going to have now the Viper on my inside, so I think, okay, let's see if we can just keep the inside on the next bit, and then hopefully we can, you know, keep the position. Slight tap there, nothing major as we then come through the corner. Unfortunately, we lose that spot there to the Viper of Itzakawa. And now we're just trying to maintain position as the leader there gets a 0.5 second penalty. Unfortunately for me, Khalisful is just on my inside, just got the nose in here, so I'm going to have to leave a little bit of space here. Some good battling. Obviously, I don't want the battling, but in terms of actual racing, it's brilliant stuff here. Side-by-side action as we head towards the left. So I actually think, oh, excellent, I'm going to get this done now. But Khalisful nails this to perfection, really, staying on the outside. I'm thinking, oh, okay, come on, I must get it now, surely, because we're coming up to the left-hander here. It's very dangerous to go on the outside of somebody on this left-hander. Khalees will obviously trust me there to even try it, so, you know, shout out for that. Unfortunately, I lose a lot of time then because of that. And then Ozil goes down my inside as well. Slight tap there to come through the corner, and now I've got the other Subaru. So I'm losing places all over the show here. Not a good start in the slightest. Some good racing, but not a good start for myself. As you see, the Subaru just goes a little bit deep there, so I'm thinking, okay, I can keep this position now. The fast left, you're going to have to fall in behind, and finally we maintain our positions. We jump to the TV camera here. I love this TV camera, you know that. I love to show it off because I think it just looks superb, you know. As a game, it just, viewing that is beautiful. So I'm hoping in GT7 we can have 30 cars on the TV camera. I mean, look at that. Look how good that looks. It's crazy how good that looks, right? But we've settled down now into P5. We have to start making places very quickly here, obviously, because we've lost our big start. P2 to P5, not a good start. Anyway, here we go then. We're attacking Ozil here. So this was a lap later on. Ozil had dropped off the slipstream, nice and easy, overtaking the Mitsubishi. Obviously the Mitsubishi Subaru rivalry kicking off there as we then hit the left and about to go into the right again. So up into P4. Annoyingly, we don't have slipstream. So annoyingly, in a race that is about fuel, we have no slipstream. So we really need to work on that, to be honest. Getting out of these sticky situations that we end up in because we haven't practiced, essentially. We're not actually practicing that much, and I really want to practice a bit more to give you better races. Fortunate thing here is we have one of the most craziest races I've been involved in quite a while. So we've gone a bit further on now. We're on lap number 5. We've chased down the top 3. We are in that slipstream finally. I brought Ozil with me as well. You can see that in the TV camera. And Khalees goes down the inside of the Viper and gets that job done. So literally the Viper is falling backwards. So I know this is a tyre related issue for that Viper. So I'm thinking, okay, I need to get past this Viper very quickly. If I don't get past, I'm going to be stuck here, and that's the end of my race. So I'm honestly now just thinking about it. I don't know how I said honestly, but I'm thinking about where can I overtake quickly and easy and stay in Khalees full slipstream. Because if I stay in Khalees full slipstream, I at least then can maintain my fuel. Now I can't lose too much time to the guys behind. We saw that earlier on with the race where, you know, if you make a move, you are going to lose time. That's racing. As we come through at left-hander, so Itzakawa just maintaining position at the moment, still in the slipstream of Khaleesful, so it's all still good as we head up to this left-hander. Very tricky corner, this obviously very easy to get wrong. Seen so many crashes there in multiple games now as well, as we then hit the right-hander here. One I don't normally brake for, but I broke there, and we just come through there. You saw the understeer of the Viper. We're still not close enough to make a move. This would have been my prime opportunity to make a move here as we come into the braking zone. You can see I'm just really slowing down that braking. It wasn't 100% for most of that. It was literally like 70-80%. So as we come through this left and the right, we're going to struggle on the straights to overtake. We really are, because we're in a slower car. If they have slipstream and we have slipstream, they'll go much faster than we will, as we saw at the start of the race. So through the chicane, through the right-hander into the chicane we go. And we do one there and do the second. Now, Itzakawa gets a bad exit from that chicane, which is good news for us to some extent, because now it means we can have a run at Itzakawa in towards turn 1. So you can see we're slowly catching here, and over-revving the Subaru a tiny bit here as we're then in the slipstream as we go to the inside now. So it's all about trying to get this position done and dusted very quickly. Into the right-hander we go, and nailed beautifully, nice and easy. Maintain the position on the apex, and through we went. So we've done the job there. We're back up to P3. We've only lost 1 place now, not the 3 that we originally lost. So we've just got to catch up to Cleethville as fast as possible. But it's a fuel race. That's the annoying part of this, as we now come into the right-hander. And are we going to get close enough to the slipstream? And not quite. We advance a bit further on now, end of lap 7. And one thing to note is I kind of realised that the Audi's tyres would go off, because obviously I've driven for Audi for so long. So the Audi comes in. I wasn't expecting Cleethville to come in. So that was an interesting strategy there. And then I'm like, bugger. That's not good for me, because now I've got no slipstream. But I was going to lap 9. I already said on stream I was going to lap 9, because that's when my tyres will last. As we advance to that lap now, so you see we are still in the lead. We've pulled that gap to Ozil behind as well. So we have that 2-second buffer. Obviously P1 and P2, if they went on to the soft tyres, they're going to be further ahead of me as I leave the pits. Now, one thing I didn't do, and I'm kicking myself, and you will see this in a second, is I didn't check fuel before coming to the pits. What I would actually like to see in the Gran Turismo UI is the ability to see your fuel level as you come in the pits, actually. So on the screen, be able to see fuel. So I click SOS, and then I'm like, oh, I can't do another 9 laps, can I? I really can't do another 9 laps. So I'm thinking, okay, I can do 8 laps. I can somehow stretch that out to 8 laps, surely. But I was doing 992. That's what I did in the practice. That's what I did in the first race as well. So obviously that strategy is focused in my head. You see the first 2 go ahead of me. I come out in some nice clean air. Now, one of the strategies that was in my head, and I did think about this afterwards, was if I'd have known the fuel level, I'd have gone on mediums and done my medium 2 laps, come in, put the softs on, and then filled up to the very end. And that way I was on a different strategy, and potentially some form of outcome could come of it, because then, you know, first and second would be on mediums at the end. Because I assumed they were going to go on softs. The obvious one is to do soft, soft, medium, then you're as far away from the pack as possible, essentially. So, you see up ahead there, the Audi just went off, and Cleethville's right behind. Now that's critical, because Cleethville can save fuel if he wants to, and stick behind the Audi. Now, when they came in the pits, Cleethville had used a lot more fuel than the Audi, actually, to be fair. And saving fuel in the Audi is actually quite difficult. Usually is difficult anyway, because you need the revs to really put the power down in the Audi. Obviously it's very good at this circuit, so potentially you can save fuel that way. Anyway, heading down towards this left-hander, Cleethville actually goes for the move, which in one sense is good for him, because he obviously feels he's got the pace to go ahead, but it's actually bad for us, because that Audi then can save more fuel. Now, I didn't know this at the time. I didn't pay attention to fuel at the time in terms of the Audi's fuel when they came in the pits previously. As you can see, we caught up to them eventually, which was a guarantee basically. We were on much fresher tyres, and we were in the slipstream, and we'd been saving fuel for a number of laps behind them as well, trying to get up to that magical 8 laps. Now Sherpa goes down the inside, looks to get the move done. Obviously he'd saved enough fuel there. Nice bit of space given there to Cleethville, so through we go, and yeah, we're still behind. So I'm thinking, okay, we'll just try and save a little bit more fuel here at the moment. The Supra, very fast on the straights. I can't overtake the Supra if it's in the slipstream of the Audi. It's just impossible for me as we then come into the left. I can do it on corners, obviously, but not on straights. So through the right we go, and yeah, we're just going to be in slipstream here. So again, it's all about saving fuel. If you look down on the bottom right side, we're just on that whole number. Now it's 6% for a fast lap of fuel, and we're just there. We are only just there, but I believe we can make then that extra lap that we needed to. We're not coming in after 7 laps, which would have been quite balmy. As we then head towards the first corner, and as you can see, we're still saving fuel, nice and easy here. Can't really make a move here. Cleethville's tyres haven't fallen off enough. You see how we gain in the corners though. Look at that, nice and easy for us in the corners. But we're not getting anywhere. So it's just all about saving fuel. So we advance a bit further on here. You can see we've saved a little bit more fuel. You can see the Audi is pulling away a little bit here, so I'm thinking, right, okay, I'm pretty sure they were going to come in this lap. So I said it on stream as well, I was like, somebody's going to come in early here to try and get the undercut. So I thought, right, okay, I'm going to go for the move here, try and break this up, try and catch up to the Audi if I can, because obviously my tyres are still going to be quite strong compared to theirs. We get the move done, nice and easy, and we then continue on. Didn't really lose that much time either. So the hope here is to either catch up to the Audi. If the Audi's not pitting, or if he does pit, we'll then go full Tidge time and go for it. As we then head towards the chicane. So what's the Audi going to do? First of all, as we then hit the right-hander, the Audi carries on, but behind. Kalisful goes in the pits. Let's have a look at Kalisful's fuel here. And 3% fuel now. I wish I clocked that at the time as well. I really should have looked to my left. I didn't. 3% fuel, a lot less than what I had. So we advance a bit further on in the next lap. And we've slowly caught up to Sherpa. Not enough though, we're still not in that slipstream yet. It's down to 8 temps, obviously slipstream 7.5 temps here. But you can see our laps remaining. We really did get that whole number a lot higher than we needed to. Obviously, if we didn't, we'd have to pit this lap, which was kind of critical to be honest. So in towards the left we go, and then the right, and then the Audi's going to come in the pits. Now it's time for Tidge time once again. We get an extra lap here to absolutely nuke it. I'll say 6% fuel is needed to do an absolute stormer of a lap. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to push on as much as we can. Now, I didn't clock on here, because obviously that's 8 laps, not 9. I was doing 9.92. Anyway, through the right we go, and we're about to come in to the pits. And you can see the fuel on the right hand side. It says 1%. Click mediums, and I think, okay, I only need 2 laps, don't I, Tidge? No, you need 3. But I don't clock on the diamond either. I don't know why. I have an absolute plebby moment and a half here. I go, okay. Done. Now at this moment in time, chat goes absolutely nuts at me. And they start to realise that I've pulled a Brands Hatch moment. If you don't know what the Brands Hatch moment is, back in 2018, first race of the official season, I underfilled by 1 lap. Well, look what I've done again. Because the strategy was so focused in my head, because I hadn't practiced, I had literally, I was thinking I was on 9.92. So there, I thought I'd overfilled a little bit, because I had 2.1 laps of fuel. So I'm thinking, excellent, you can see me absolutely nuking the revs in this car. Well, I'm going to get a very big shock at the end of this lap, because when I get there, as I'm pushing on to try and catch this Audi, you can see I'm still revving the nuts out of this car. I'm going to be a lap down in fuel. This is why this is an unbelievable finish. I really can't believe this. Look at that. I just noticed now.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Yep, that's right. I had absolutely messed this up, but at least I realised this time. So, it's fuel map 6. I get positive about this because it's not the end of the race. Okay, we might not get P2, but we could at least still get to the end of the race. Maybe a podium was on the cards, and I was saying on stream, like hilariously so, maybe I can at least get a podium. If I finish this race, I want 1 billion likes basically. So this is the goal. Can we get to the end? We have 6% fuel. Remember, a flying lap is 6% fuel. We essentially have 1 lap of fuel. That's what it says there, bottom right side. You can see that clear as day. We have 2 laps to go, 1.5 now. This is going to be some effort to do. Now, initially on this lap, I was like, okay, Kalisful's not catching me as fast as I expected. Maybe we can push on here and maybe get a podium. Who knows? As we then head up to the left-hand, as you can see here, fuel map 6, the entire lap so far. The Audi's obviously gone at this point because I'm having to really fuel save here. In towards the right we go. And that gap, 2.8 seconds. It's going to come down a lot down this straight, of course. And then we've got start-finish straight as well as we then head towards this left-hander. But 2.8 seconds. Can we do this? Now we've got 0.8, 0.7 now laps of fuel remaining. 0.7. Is this even possible? I really do not know as we come through the right-hander now. We put it to fuel map 4 because I know I'm going to have to push a little bit here in towards the right-hander. Oh my word. This is going to be one dramatic finish. So what I'm going to do, because you can see that fuel, it's down to 3% now. This is nuts. This is absolutely bonkers. I'm going to leave you with this last lap to see if I can even finish this race or even get on the podium. Because that's what the goal is here. We wanted to win. It's not quite worked. Can we get on the podium? Guys, this is unbelievable. We are 6 tenths ahead of P3. We are going to do this. Look at the laps remaining. 0.1. 0% of fuel. Somehow, some miracle, we do this. Watch my reaction. It's absolutely nuts. Bonkos. You guys went nuts in the stream. Who watched the stream? Stream's down below, by the way, if you want to check that out. You can see we just went nuts. Unbelievable race. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope you enjoyed that race. Hope you liked the music at the end. I thought it was a bit dramatic, of course. But my word, what a race. Been a while since I've had a race like that where it's just given me that buzz, where I've just gone into that focus mode, being able to get to the end. We've pulled it off somehow. We really did pull something out of the works there. I really can't believe it. But as I say, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, please let me know in the comments what you disliked, and I'm happy to change it. But yeah, P2, happy days. What a race. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in another video or live stream very soon.